Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to the final part of Driver. This is not the finale episode, I don't mean final part that way. With final part I mean we only have to cover one more thing. The final city and Undercover. Of course, that is going to take multiple parts. Episode-wise. But in-game, you might say this is the final stretch. The final missions. Let's see how the story unfolds, how the story climaxes. And how many split pathways we get.
You have 3 new messages.
3 messages again. Although I am pretty sure I don't have my mission tree up, so let me do that quickly. Should have done that beforehand. Do we have 3 missions this time around, or is one of them a prank call again? Don't mind me. I know I'm an amateur, but we already knew that, so... Okay, here we go. No, there's only 2 missions, so one of the phone calls is once again a prank. But let's go listen to the first mission anyway.
Cowboy, we need to make a switch at Grand Central. Something's cooking, and I want someone on it who's gonna be cool. Cool as Sly and the Family Stone. This whole job's still full of ifs, man. But if this sounds good to you, you know where I am.
Okay, I know which one this is. We start off really difficult immediately. Like I promised, here in New York the difficulty is definitely ramped up. The missions are pretty difficult here. Not undoable. I still feel like I'm able to do them. With the exception of one. More on that later. Grand Central Station Switch is the first mission. And this one is most of all a very long mission. Just like the first mission in San Francisco. The first on the split pathway, that I mean, 2A in San Francisco. This is another very long mission. Grand Central Station Switch is a 3-part mission. So once again, take a close eye on your damage meter. You don't want it to fill up too much whenever you go to your destinations, because there are 3 parts to this mission. First we need to get to this location in the north over here, where we need to pick up something. Of course, be careful for the cops here. There's also rain in this mission, as you can see, making it even more difficult. Ow, stupid yellow cab. Really hate the yellow cabs in this town. They really have a high tendency to just crawl out of nowhere in this town. Like over here, they suddenly just start crossing, and the game always finds a way to make sure that the moment they start taking their crossings, they always end up in your face. Here once again. That's one of the biggest downsides traffic-wise in New York. It really feels like the game is trying to get these yellow cabs to hit you at every crossing. Sometimes it really feels like that. But okay, here we are. Oh, of course. Okay, I'm low damage. I'll sacrifice some damage to this guy. Don't feel like going around town shaking this guy off. Okay, please don't hit me after the mission already ended. Always feels unfair still being able to get damage that way. But okay, that was part 1. Cutscene time.
Switch this key at Grand Central. There's a guy in a Stetson waiting for you. Just be careful. I don't trust him.
They're criminals. You should never trust criminals. Remember the last time we needed to exchange a key for something? They also tried to screw us over. Only sounds logical if they try to do it again. But anyway, we got ourselves a key here. Now it's time to go to Grand Central Station, where some guy is going to be waiting for us with something we need to exchange this key for. And this is apparently where Grand Central is in this game's rendition of New York. This time we're not timed, even though the timing for the previous mission was way too big, I feel. We had more than 2 minutes to spare. But the biggest challenge is not the timing, it's staying alive. Because we have a 3-part mission where we need to go pretty much to the other side of town 3 times. Doing that with 1 damage bar, definitely really hard to do. Case in point, yellow cabs in this game are made to hit you at every crossing. And the fact that the buildings are so narrowly built against these crossings, you can't always see the traffic coming in this city. It's not like in Miami where you actually have a big view of all of your crossings. No, this is more like San Francisco. Buildings are very closely built on the roads. So if you're going full speed, you don't always have time to react whenever a yellow cab appears out of nowhere. And you can also not really permit yourself to brake every single crossing. Because the police will say thank you and ram you out of existence. If you hit the brakes a little bit too much, or if you just screw up turns like this. It's also a big downside of this mission. I don't ride around in my favorite car in this one, as you can see. Beautiful red car I like so much in this game. Not a thing in this mission for some reason. Okay, here we are. Once again, I get some damage after the mission ends. Hopefully this is enough. The final part is definitely the hardest part, but I'm not quite dead yet. Interesting way to do an exchange, not saying a single word. Just immediately understanding each other. Hey, you're the guy who has something for me. Give it to me. And he didn't even try to screw us over this time around. Or does he? Don't start cheering too soon. We're asked to return to this location. You think this went smoothly? No double crossing, no guy who thinks, no, I don't want to give my stuff, give me the key and I'll keep my stuff. I'll screw you over. This time that did not happen. Or you might think, we're being tailed. This guy just has a different way of trying to get his stuff back. He sends his lackeys after us after we've left. So, it's been a while, but something different than police is actually chasing us this time around. There's some guys in generic black cars. Even the roadblocks aren't police cars anymore now, but there's definitely still roadblocks, as you can see. But we're not impressed by this guy. These guys are a little bit harder to see coming, after all, since they're normal cars, so you don't really recognize them as guys that are tailing you. And the fact that they don't have any sirens to warn you that they're coming near you, that also can make them a little bit more tricky to deal with than regular police. But all with all, they still work the same. And I'm pretty sure we're once again going to be asked to lose the tail the moment we arrive. Oh. Even then yellow cabs are a threat. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, I had enough damage for that. There we go. That was Grand Central Station Switch. The first mission in New York. And we will continue, because looking at my mission tree, I see there's another mission attached to this line. First, cutscene.
Did you get it? They try anything? They wired you, huh?
Yeah, that's the whole reason why they knew where we were. The thing we got, once again, the game is fake, didn't tell us what we had. But the thing we had apparently had a bug, but they could not stop us. They tried to stop us, but they failed. We're way too good as a driver. Let's move on to mission 2. I still need to keep tabs on my save states, because there's actually something else about this line later on. But let's just move on. I'll talk about that second part later.
You have one new message.
Okay, one message on this point.
Listen, cowboy, We need you to take out one of Granger's drivers, but it's gotta look like the cops did it. There's a cop car waiting for you over in Bowery. All you gotta do is get to the bank by the library and wait down the back alley for Granger's boys to pull the bank job. When the dust settles after you ran the guy off the road, Granger's gonna think he's got a rat. This is a highly competitive business, my friend, and a little distraction for Granger goes a long way in keeping us out in front.
Okay, we're facing Granger's gang again, it seems. I just promised we would see more of them in New York. In Los Angeles we also already had one mission against these guys. Here in New York we'll be seeing a little bit more of them. This is their home turf, you might say. So we're dealing with Granger's boys a lot here. This time around we're going to have to frame them. They are pulling a bank job and we need to hit them in a police car. So the police will quote unquote catch them. And they think they have a rat in their midst. So they start fighting amongst themselves. Okay. This entire game I've been talking about how the pursuit missions in this game are not really that difficult. But this was just ridiculous. That lasted 3 seconds. Let's just move back towards the answering machine because we're done with this point of the game. What the hell? Okay, welcome back to the start of New York. As you may have heard, we have 3 messages to start from the moment you start New York. The second one is a prank call, but also worth listening to, I feel.
You have 3 new messages.
Let's see what we have this time as a prank. I think he wants rent. Okay, message 3.
We got a real beat-up car in our yard. We need it taken care of. But hang tight, because you're going to get a whole lot of static on the roads with wheels like this, I tell ya. You never seen such a heap of shit. I just hope that if you gotta run, it's gonna get you there.
Okay. I know which one this is. Another mission where we have limited damage bar. Interesting how the game plays around with different kinds of ways to achieve this. A damage bar that fills up really quickly, or just a damage bar that's already really high up, like in this case. Luther's Heap Junk. A car that needs to get rid of because it's too hot to handle. We need to get it to the junkyard at the other side of town. But we start off with a very high damage bar, as you can see. Basically the same kind of deal as earlier missions that we played. Only this time they chose to just let you start with a very high damage bar instead of having a damage bar that fills up really quickly. Like in a Miami mission and one of the Los Angeles missions. Since we're not timed, I'm not going to let this guy chase me. Just stick to the traffic rules and this guy should ignore me. Even then I almost get hit by a yellow cab. What is it with New York and the yellow cabs doing everything in their power to try to hit me? Okay, another crossing survived. Let's go south now. Okay, there's a cop on the other side. And he saw me, okay. Hopefully, since he's behind me, he's not going to be a threat. There's one mission in New York where I really fear the cops, where they really are formidable. Where they start appearing with 4 at once and are almost impossible to shake off. That's a mission I really fear. Pretty sure that's going to be in the next episode. Unless I fail this mission, and this one's going to be the final one for today. Might still be. Get out of my way. Oh! Still alive. Barely, but still alive. I really feel the cops are a lot quicker in this town. For some reason they don't stay behind you like they do in earlier cities. Okay, thank you. I'm not there yet, so... We'll probably see more cops before we get to the yard. Oof. That was me hitting the emergency brake. I really saw that turn was going a bad place, so I just pressed the brake button really hard. Full stop. Please take a turn. Thank you. Even if he went straight on, it wouldn't have been a bad thing. Because I still would have been able to just follow him slowly. Since I'm not timed. I'd much rather go fast. Careful. Don't take turns head on anymore. Full speed. Please don't spawn a cop car here. Thank you, game. We're done. Okay, this went pretty smoothly. There's room for one more, so let's continue on. Cutscene probably.
I heard you were in town, Tanner.
You still breaking and entering, Ellie?
As a matter of fact, I was just about to leave. You're still keeping girls waiting far too long.
Don't look to me like you're leaving.
Ooh, Tanner's girl Ellie seems to be in town. We'll be hearing more from her on this line of the missions. But for now... Yeah, we're just going to continue with mission 2B. Just like with the first line, 2 missions on this pathway. Let's see what we need to do for the second one.
It's me! I'm in trouble! The job's going out of shape! Me and my team are holed up downtown. The cops have us pinned down. We can't hold them off. They're packing some serious heat! Get here quick, man! Get us out of here!
Okay, nothing we haven't done earlier. A mission where our employers are in a little bit of a pinch. They're being held in a gunfight, you might say. And we need to get them out. The rescue. I'm pretty sure this is the mission I was talking about a minute ago. One of the hardest missions in this game when it comes to the police. Once again forced to play with a bad car because I'm not a big fan of this car. Yeah, it's this mission. I remember this one. We need to get to that location on the bay. And then need to bring them to a safe house, but the police in this mission is super annoying. So let's hope I'm able to do it first try. Because every single mission so far I've been calling super hard, I'm able to do first try. Let's do that again. This first part of the mission is not that hard, but since they're pinned down, the moment we reach them we're going to get high felony immediately, and reaching the safe house after that is really difficult in this mission. With the rain and everything, and the route towards the safe house is also pretty annoying, with roadblocks and everything. And police that appear in 4 cars at once. This is the kind of mission where they do that. And they're really hard to shake. And especially the ending part of this mission where there are not a whole lot of roads and police spawn constantly there. It's really hard to shake them. But we'll see how far we can get. So far all of the missions I have feared I've been able to do successfully. Let's hope we're able to do that again here. Oh, that was unnecessary. Get away from me. Okay, thank you. Oh, another one. Okay, hitting yellow caps, luckily, not me. Please get away from me because there's a turn coming up. Okay, they're leaving on their own. First I need to shake them. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Still got a minute left. Damage-wise, I'm still doing quite okay. So hopefully I'm able to do this. Okay, I'm here. So get in the car. And we'll leave. Okay, and this is where we need to go. This location on the map over here is pretty annoying because of not having a whole lot of road there. If the police start spawning, they always spawn on the road you're heading towards. So shaking the police in this mission is really hard to do. Especially since there's always a lot of police cars in this mission. This is not the kind of mission where they stop at the maximum of 2 cars. 3 or 4 police cars is pretty common in a mission like this. And the roadblocks are also super annoying here, as you can see. The shortest route towards this location is through this bridge without any sidewalks, and therefore the roadblocks span out the entire road and really hard to avoid them. And they appear in very high numbers, as you can see. Just past the first one and already another one. This is a mission to reckon. And since we're not timed, I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to go off this road, much more safe. Okay, I've still got 3 of them chasing me. This is not looking good. Normally I fear this road because of police cars spawning here, but if they're still chasing you, they don't have to spawn. I can't really sacrifice more damage here. Yeah, I'm not going to make this. If at this point they're still chasing you, there's no way you're going to shake them. Because of course you need to lose the tail here. And they're not going to lose themselves here. Dang it. It's such a long mission to retry also. I think I'll do that next time. I'm pretty sure I ran out of time anyway. Don't want to cut out this entire take because of explaining a lot of things. I'll just move on in the next episode and I'll see if I'm able to do it then. So, failure at the end of this episode. See you next time. Treecks out.